Hello, my name is Andreas Gavriel and I will be talking about pollution. I'm gonna try to convince the people not to pollute our beautiful world, to save our planet, and I will briefly explain the consequences of pollution. What if we stop burning fewer fossil fuels? Or what if we found an alternative ecological product instead of plastic? The pollution of our environment has occupied us for many years, and year by year is getting worse. Will our lives be better? What will happen to our planet if we stop or lessen pollution and to our society? With all our power plants, cars, and appliances, we humans are the main cause of today's global warming. People should all collaborate together in order to eliminate the use of fossil fuels once and for all. I might sound insane and delusional, but I believe that is the only solution to climate change. And I'm not saying we start making changes now because it's almost impossible, but in the next coming years we should start making some actions about it. So the problem here is that our planet is infected and the problem is irreversible. What I mean by that is that if we stop burning fossil fuels, there will be no transportation such as cars, trains, planes and ships. People will starve to death since there will be no transportation for the fresh food to be delivered to the local supermarkets. Even our electric cars will be useless since electricity production comes from burning fossil fuels. Yes, obviously we will have electricity, but only generated from renewables and nuclear stations in some particular countries, such as Norway, Costa Rica and Iceland. Fossil fuels industries worth of trillions will stop existing, meaning that millions of people employed in those industries will lose their jobs. Moreover, plastics will not be possible to be produced, adding that also gadgets will be impossible to make since they are made of plastic. Eliminating a stable and cheap source of energy right now seems a bit extreme. Also, it wouldn't solve our climate change problem in short term. Even if we stopped burning fossil fuels, the Earth will continue warming up for another few decades because of all the heat we already produced. Bottom line is that yes, burning fossil fuels harm our planet, but since it's irreversible, the reality is that if we don't burn less, the results will be devastating. Since 1950, we've created over 6.3 billion tons of plastics, 9% of them recycled and 12% of them incinerated, which leaves us to 4.9 billion tons of plastic waste. To give you a perfect example of how big of a number this is, we gathered all the plastics into one. If we gathered all the plastic into one place, this plastic mountain will be bigger than Mount Everest. Not only burning fossil is a massive problem to our planet, but plastics as well killed a lot of marine animals because they mistake the plastic for food. Unfortunately, our planet cannot stop producing plastics since pretty much everything produced has plastic inside of it. Even paper cups hide a thin layer of plastic to keep the liquid inside. Plastic even keeps food fresh longer with the method called food preservation. Interesting but disturbing facts: 100 million marine animals die each year from plastic waste alone. 100,000 marine animals die from getting entangled in plastic yearly. Also, in the past 10 years, we've made more plastic than the last century. By 2050, the pollution of fish will be outnumbered by our dump plastic. Unfortunately, we cannot stop producing plastics since pretty much everything around us is made of plastic. The disadvantages if we stop using plastic will be pretty much be more than the advantages we do have now. If the idea of plastic pollution ruins your day, consider moving to Kenya or Bangladesh, where it's illegal to use plastics.